Well, first of all, it's not so confidential as the press would lead you to believe. There have been a lot of stories about how all these negotiations are secret and no member of Congress has access to them. That's not true. Mr. Matt Salmon, who I just met the other day, who works on the chairman's committee, he has gone and read the deal. Any member of Congress, if I understand correctly, can go. The chairman himself has gone and read the details of the deal. Any member of Congress, any senator can go and read the deal. Now it changes. So anytime someone goes and spends the time, as the chairman has done, to go and read the details, we'll have to go back because a week later there may be many changes because it's an ongoing negotiation. When you have a negotiation between 12 countries, it's very complicated. Many of the countries are holding their final offers until the end when they know there's no more time. And so the very last details won't be wrapped up until at the earliest the end of this month. And after the deal is completed, then it will be on the internet, and Congress has asked for 4 months to review all of the details of the agreement before a vote. So it will be debated all over the country. It will be debated in both halls of Congress. There is nothing that is not transparent about this deal except the day-to-day negotiations. Because if you show what your negotiating partner has offered, you often can harm them at home. You have to have some part of the discussions has to be private. If you're working out a business deal, you don't do the business deal in the newspaper. You sit down with your partner and you work out the arrangements quietly, and then you announce what sort of a deal you've reached. It's the same with an international negotiation. I'm sorry, I've forgotten what the second question was. The enforcement mechanisms, every one of the chapters, the chairman mentioned the high standard environmental chapter, a high standard labor chapter. There's also a very high standard chapter on intellectual property rights. There are many, many chapters of it. Each one has a powerful enforcement mechanism. Now, I have to tell you personally, I haven't read it. I don't know as much as the members who actually have been able to go and read it. What I'm privy to is what we're negotiating with the Vietnamese, and there's been no argument about the enforcement mechanism with the Vietnamese. Our focus has been on labor rights, because as you know, this is very sensitive politically, both in this country and in Vietnam. And I can tell you that our president, his negotiator, Michael Froman, they are holding Vietnam to the highest standards on labor rights, and there will be an enforcement mechanism that will ensure that those labor rights are respected. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ambassador. Now I'd like to have the